Hello, good evening again. So I have my two kvasses in front of me. After looking back at my notes, this one was three tablespoons of molasses. This one was 2 tablespoons. That explained the slightly darker color in this. Also, the two butt pieces went into here as well, so it's a little bit darker all around. Let's try these out. I had these in the mini fridge. They were at 65 degrees. Temperature fluctuated between 60 and 70, but really it was within 2 or 3 degrees of 65. Let's start off with the straight one. Now, in the past, I've made the mistake of putting my face right over to it and breathing in immediately. Always somehow forgetting that the entire headspace is full of just pure carbon dioxide. And it doesn't really feel good when you just huff in a big lungful of carbon dioxide. Kind of burns, kind of hurts. So let's just get a sample here. Pretty good color. There's a lot of dissolved solids in there through the top layer or otherwise, we'll see. Oh yeah, that smells like bread. A little sweet. Mm, yeah, I can still taste the honey. Um, what you didn't see were there are also some raisins in here too, just to help out with some fermentation. Wow, it's not sweet in the same way that a soda is sweet, but it's also not just purely bready. Um, it's definitely not gone sour, so the pH is still probably, I have no idea. I don't even have a pH meter, but it's not acidic, so that's good. I like that. I don't know if I'm going to siphon this off, or if I'm just going to go ahead and filter and put it in bottles and then store this in the fridge at a much colder temperature and just drink it occasionally as a soda, probably within the next week or two at the most. So that should stop the fermentation. It should seal in kind of the level of sweetness that I already have here, which I like. That's right on what I like. If you haven't had kvass before, try it out. Find some at your local stores, wherever you're located at in the United States. If you're abroad, wherever you are, it's kind of a traditional product out of parts of Europe, at least. I'm not going to try to attempt all the countries. I just know of the two that I've had have been Ukrainian and Russian. So I'm not a geopolitics guy, but let's go on to the next one. I'm not too worried about cross contamination at this point. Again, the only difference is 3 tablespoons of molasses and the butt ends of the bread, 2 tablespoons of molasses and only center parts. So I'm not worried about reusing this. And when I say right after this video, I'm actually going to bottle these up. So again, a lot of dissolved solids in here. And again, really not worried about that. Does this have a different smell or flavor? It smells less bready on the nose right away. And it's not quite as sweet, actually. I wonder if the molasses, the extra mineral flavor from that, shines through, or if the fermentation was a bit more aggressive in here. Even when I look at the sediment levels, this one does have slightly more sediment sitting in the bottom, dead yeast, the lees. So I'm not sure. Still good. Definitely good. I'm definitely happy with how this came out. I just immediately get curious as to what makes the difference. That's nice. Wow. If this was carbonated, all the store bought kinds I have are really heavily carbonated. I mean, you pour them in a glass, it just rises up like champagne, constantly bubbling. And the however many gallons of batches I've made before this have all been super carbonated. I wasn't really drinking them early on. That's nice. I think I think what I'll do is probably just half prime, like get some priming sugar, do half what I normally would for carbonation, and I'm going to bottle them up. So I've actually been saving these little, I don't even drink them, but the Jones Sunset Sarsaparilla, whatever, from Fallout series. You get these at Costco. The bottles are cute, they're small. Um, you know, why not reuse them, clean them out, sanitize them? So I'm probably going to bottle these up right now. And this one isn't as sweet. It's definitely not sour or tangy. So I might add a little bit of honey in with the priming sugar too, and then just 24 hours, let them ferment a little bit in the bottles, room temperature, and put them in the mini fridge, which again that's at like 65, so it's really slow fermentation. And then maybe in 48 hours, 72 hours, put them in the actual fridge where it's in the 40s, and let those cold crash. Um, and then try them out. I don't know. I'll give you updates. It's a problem with these off the cuff videos. I'm just kind of recording and going through my thought process with you at the same time. These turned out really good, really well. Flavor is really nice. It doesn't. It's not really thin on the mouth either. Like there's a good mouthfeel. There's good texture to it. It's not chewy. It's not heavy either. It's just pleasant. That's definitely crushable or sessionable. Like I could just drink a few bottles of this for sure. I could just keep topping off a glass. Huh. Um, Next up, I'm going to try out with different vegetables. I see there's a lot of traditional ways of using like beets, for example, and of course beets have tons of sugar in them. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me for this. I'll get it in bottles, make another video after it's all fully carbonated, get some nice video of it pouring, showing the head, the carbonation, all that, and passing it out to my friends and seeing how they like it, and compare it with a few store bought versions as well. Cool. I got another video coming up. I'm going to show you the final results of those fermented pickles that I made, and we'll see what's going on in the fridge with those lemonades I had in there and the one mead. So stick around for updates. I'll see you next time.